Chapter 5. Recovering from Narcissistic Abuse. I didn't leave because I stopped loving you. I left because the longer I stayed, the less I loved myself. After reading the previous chapter, you may feel inspired to take steps toward removing yourself from your toxic partner. If you've already chosen to leave or managed to convince them to go, you've taken the first step on your path to recovery and healing. If you haven't yet made that move, this chapter will offer tips to help you prepare for a swift and painless escape. It's time to live the life you deserve. Once you have a plan to remove yourself from your abuser, this chapter will provide numerous tips to keep you progressing along the road to recovery. Remember, you no longer need to believe that no one will believe you or support you. While some may side with the narcissist, often due to their manipulative tactics, not all witnesses are easily swayed. The next step is to create your recovery plan, which should include a vital support network. With this plan, you will have tools and strategies to navigate your recovery journey and address situations where memories of your abuser trigger emotional responses. Moving on from relationships with narcissists can be particularly challenging, as the same part of your brain that manages substance addiction is involved. The narcissist became a harmful habit that took over your life, so overcoming them will require inner strength, perseverance, and the ability to resist their charms. As you embark on this journey, prioritize your healing and well-being, and remember that you deserve a life free from toxicity. We will start with several crucial things you might not have been told will happen as you move through your recovery from narcissistic abuse. This will lay a strong foundation for the next chapter. Focus on healing the self. How to leave a narcissist and stay away. Leaving a toxic relationship with a narcissist is incredibly challenging, but deciding to leave is likely one of the best and healthiest choices you can make. It's important to recognize that while you may find it easier to let go, the narcissist will not make this process easy for you. As you contemplate leaving, you may have several important questions, especially if a child is involved. The foremost question to consider is, do you want your child to continue witnessing the toxic person's abusive behavior toward you? More importantly, do you want that individual influencing your child to behave in the same way? Ideally, your answer should be a resounding no to both. Here are a few other considerations to keep in mind before reminding yourself of the reasons you are better off without the narcissist. 1. What if I give them a chance to change? While it's natural to hope for change, it's crucial to understand that narcissists typically don't see anything wrong with their behavior. They often blame you for any issues, and their treatment is likely to worsen the longer you stay. This should reinforce your decision to leave. 2. What if they try calling or texting me? Narcissists dislike losing control and will likely reach out to you. The best approach is to maintain a strict no-contact rule, which we will discuss later. This boundary must be firm. Do not leave any opportunity for them to re-establish contact. 3. How do I co-parent with a narcissist? Co-parenting can be particularly challenging and may require the assistance of a therapist to navigate effectively. Parenting should focus on cooperation regarding decisions related to your child's care. If one parent is unwilling to fulfill these responsibilities, intervention may be necessary. Remember, your child is not a pawn to fight over. Their needs should come first. 4. How do I protect my child from being influenced or hurt by a narcissist? Children are significantly influenced by those around them. If you notice your child experiencing similar treatment to what you have endured, address it immediately. Teach them the importance of negotiation and fair treatment. Minimize exposure to toxic individuals and avoid lowering yourself to the abuser's level. Instead, model healthy conflict resolution and demonstrate how to handle adversity. While it may not seem obvious at first, your child will notice and appreciate your efforts, ultimately benefiting both of you in the long run. By focusing on these aspects, you can create a healthier environment for yourself and your child as you progress on your healing journey. Do you need new boundaries? Have you removed the old ones that no longer serve you? Establishing boundaries is crucial for determining what you will accept from others after exiting a toxic relationship. In that relationship, boundaries were disregarded, so it's essential to re-establish them immediately and remain vigilant. Do not accept any form of toxicity in your new life. You've turned your back on a world that hurt you, and it's important to maintain that distance. This is the essence of a solid recovery plan. Keeping 1 or 2 journals can be incredibly beneficial for tracking your progress and expressing your thoughts and feelings. Writing provides an outlet for your emotions, allowing you to process them healthily and avoid resorting to maladaptive coping mechanisms as you move forward in life. The next chapter will emphasize the importance of creating a strong support network, rebuilding your sense of self, and developing a mindset of mental toughness to aid in your healing journey. Chapter 6. Strengthening the inner self. Healing takes time, and it's natural to have questions as you navigate moments of weakness. You may wonder, how am I supposed to rebuild the person I was before meeting my narcissistic abuser when I don't remember that person anymore? This is a genuine and heartbreaking question. However, asking it is a sign that you are on the path to healing. The person you were before your abuser has always been there, waiting to be rediscovered. That person was merely pushed aside while you tended to the narcissist's needs. By questioning your identity, you signal that your inner self is eager to be heard again. Now that your mind is no longer solely occupied by another person's voice, your own needs are surfacing, making it possible to rebuild your former self. Establishing a stronger foundation for reconstructing your identity is the focus of this chapter. First, we will discuss the stages of healing from narcissistic abuse. It's essential to allow yourself to experience these stages so that everything is acknowledged and addressed in a healthy manner. Unattended loose ends can unravel all the hard work you're putting in. These stages include specific actions you must take and avoid to solidify your recovery journey. Next, we'll explore the creation of support networks. There are 5 different types of support networks to develop, as your needs from each group will differ slightly. These individuals will be crucial during and after your decision to leave the abusive relationship. Some may have been there before and possess valuable experience, while others can provide insights that illuminate your path to change. We'll discuss how to assemble these networks, whom to include and avoid, and why their presence is vital for your healing and recovery. It's normal to go through different stages during the recovery and healing process, and it's also normal to move back and forth through these stages as old feelings resurface and need to be addressed. There are no rules regarding how you recover or how long it should take. The first stage is actively deciding to heal, which you are already doing. This decision may have stemmed from a specific event, a last straw that broke the camel's back, or an epiphany when you realized that enough is enough. Either way, you were tired of feeling awful all the time and knew you had to do something to stop it. It's not unusual to feel stuck at this stage because recognizing there's a problem and taking action to change it can be challenging. Once the light goes on and you understand that you need to feel better, this takes you to the next set of stages, removing all toxicity. This process involves not just removing the narcissist from your life, but also discarding all the negativity they filled you with, which needs to be expelled from your mind and body. It requires putting yourself in the shoes of the abuser and seeing the world from their perspective. You've been doing this by gathering information about narcissism to understand who they are and how they operated. This isn't meant to foster empathy for them, but rather to help you comprehend how they managed to get you to absorb their negativity. Their words won't disappear instantaneously, or in some cases, at all. This is a difficult step, but a vital one that will bring you closer to healing. Dealing with anxiety when the victim first escapes their narcissistic abuser can be challenging. An outsider might think, well, there you go, the hardest part is over, but that's not true. The difficult part initially is having to face the chaos alone. Think about it. Someone has constantly been undermining you, making you question everything you do, and criticizing you, leading to debilitating anxiety. With only yourself to focus on, after not being a consideration for so long, it can be hard to adjust, and this may actually increase anxiety. This is when reaching out to support groups within your personal support network becomes essential. Don't hesitate to seek professional guidance as well. This is not a time to deal with everything on your own. Every recovery or healing plan includes a stage where you need to allow yourself to feel every emotion. Anger is a common one. Be angry at the abuser for what they did to you, for not seeing it happen, or for not addressing it sooner. Be angry for the many ways they affected you and for the fact that you are still suffering while they may have moved on with their lives, guilt-free. This stage may come and go as you navigate through other stages, and that's perfectly okay. It means you're winning. Accepting the truth so you can forgive yourself can be a tough stage to navigate. After all, how can you forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation and staying with a toxic person? This is where you need to recognize that the narcissist did and said terrible things that led you to believe everything was always your fault. They did this so often and so intensely that you absorbed that undeserved accountability into your very being. Forgiving yourself means you're fighting against that mindset by asserting that it wasn't your fault and that you didn't do anything wrong. You didn't know any better. This recognition can help stop self-blame, shame, or guilt from creeping back in and distracting you from your healing. Forgiveness is a powerful act, especially when it is directed toward yourself, and it's crucial to stick to the no-contact rule. As discussed earlier, the no-contact boundary you established when you left must remain ironclad and not be crossed by either side. Do whatever you can, whatever is humanly possible, to avoid succumbing to pleas to go back. They won't change, they haven't learned a thing from losing you. You are not responsible for them. It could get ugly, and they may even go behind your back to make you look like the bad one. Let them, in the end, when you aren't fighting back or retaliating, they are the ones who will look bad. Stay strong and committed to your path. Avoid entering a new relationship too soon, as getting involved while still healing from an abusive relationship can be detrimental. You need time to process your experiences, and being in a vulnerable mindset may make you susceptible to attracting another narcissist. Remember, I didn't leave because I stopped loving you, I left because the longer I stayed, the less I loved myself. After reading the previous chapter, I hope you feel inspired to embrace your individuality, separate from your toxic partner. If you've chosen to leave or have convinced them to go, you've taken the first step towards recovery. If you haven't made that move yet, we will share tips to help you prepare for that crucial decision. It's time to live the life you deserve. Once you have a plan to remove yourself from your abuser, this chapter will provide guidance to keep you moving forward. You are not alone, support is available, and there are people who believe you. While some may side with the narcissist due to their manipulative tactics, not everyone is easily influenced. Creating a recovery plan is essential, and it should include a robust support network. This network will provide tools and strategies to navigate your recovery journey, helping you address negative thoughts or triggered emotions. Healing from an abusive relationship requires strength and perseverance, akin to overcoming a substance addiction, as the narcissist was a harmful habit in your life. It's important to understand that leaving a narcissist is one of the most challenging decisions you'll face, but it can also be one of the healthiest. While it may be easier for you to let go than for them, the process will not be smooth. If a child is involved, ask yourself whether you want them to be around a toxic person or to adopt those harmful behaviors. Your answer should firmly guide your decision-making process. Here are a few considerations to keep in mind before you reconsider giving a narcissist a chance to change. While a humanitarian perspective might suggest that change is possible, narcissists typically do not see anything wrong with their behavior, making genuine change unlikely. They often blame their wrongdoing and mistreatment on others, particularly if you remain in the relationship. This should reinforce your decision to leave. If they attempt to contact you, through calls or texts, which is common as they dislike losing, it's crucial to enforce the no-contact rule firmly. This boundary must be respected, do not give them an opportunity to re-enter your life. Co-parenting with a narcissist can present significant challenges, often necessitating the support of a therapist to navigate child care decisions collaboratively. If one parent is unable to cooperate, intervention may be necessary. Remember, your child is not an object, their needs should always come first. If a narcissist is unwilling to prioritize the child's best interest, further action may be required. To protect your child from being influenced by a narcissist, whether they are a relative, parent, teacher, or another figure, it's important to be vigilant. If you notice signs that your child is experiencing similar treatment to what you endured, engage in a conversation with them. Teach them negotiation skills and the importance of fair treatment. Ensure that no form of abuse occurs around them, and avoid insulting or expressing negative feelings about the narcissist openly. Instead, model positive conflict resolution strategies, even in the face of their influence. Though it may not be evident at first, your child will ultimately appreciate your efforts. They will respect you for handling the situation with grace and integrity. What should you do if the narcissist gains custody of your child? As hard as it is to believe, this can happen. All you can do is ensure that the child isn't being manipulated, used to hurt you, or otherwise mistreated. Remember, the situation isn't your fault. Focus on giving your child the best life possible under the circumstances. You can maintain open communication with your child and show them empathy, especially since they may not be receiving that from the other caregiver. Under no circumstances should you tolerate being abused or disrespected by your child. Let them know this. Be sure to practice self-care, which we will discuss in more detail later, and surround yourself with caring and supportive people. Never give up. Don't let a day go by without reminding your child how much you love them. Leaving a toxic relationship isn't just about placing all the blame on the abuser, it's also about processing your feelings. Initially, it involves becoming fully aware of how you were pushed aside during the course of the relationship. This means not focusing solely on the pain, instead, recognizing that healing is essential. At this point, it's important to remind yourself of all the reasons for leaving. Just because that person doesn't plan to make your departure easy, you need to know that you are stronger than you believe. Not everyone in the same situation will follow their instincts, but you must stand firm behind your boundaries, no matter how difficult it may seem. Here are several things to help you succeed in leaving as safely as possible. 1. No more chances. The person who treated you as unworthy will have no problem letting you go. They may initially beg you to stay, promising to change, or share sob stories to try to change your mind. If you fall into their trap, it won't take long before they revert to their old ways, possibly treating you even worse than before. Long story short, don't give them any second chances. You've made your choice, and they need to deal with it, too. 2. Don't tell them you're leaving right away. While it may seem contradictory to earlier advice, letting the abuser know when you're leaving can be unwise. If you inform them, there will likely be a lot of drama, and they don't need to know the exact time and date of your departure. The narcissist will do everything they can to make you stay, as they are fighting to keep the relationship intact after you've had the nerve to leave. 3. Protect your privacy. As much as possible, don't give them the opportunity to spy on you. Change the passwords on all your devices, create a new email address, and ensure there are no tracking apps on your phone. This may sound excessive, but it's better to be safe than vulnerable. 4. Secure your finances. If you never shared assets with the narcissist, they shouldn't be able to access your bank accounts. If you have joint accounts, remove yourself from those and open your own account without them knowing. 5. Reconnect with family and friends. You may have lost contact with loved ones due to the narcissist's discouragement of supportive relationships outside their control. You might be surprised to find that some friends or family members may have sensed something was wrong but felt powerless to intervene. Good friends and family will be there for you, ready to support you after a hiatus. 6. Eliminate other toxic people. Not everyone will be supportive, some may even side with the narcissist, believing their lies as you walk away. Use this opportunity to distance yourself from anyone who shares a toxic mindset. By following these steps, you can create a safer and healthier environment for yourself and your child as you move forward in your recovery journey. Once you leave, there's no need for more toxic individuals in your life. Don't go back for any reason. Leaving a relationship with a narcissist is akin to breaking a habit, as it becomes ingrained through repetition. It requires significant effort to distance yourself from anyone trying to pull you back into that toxic situation. Dispose of any remnants of their manipulative gestures. Gather items that remind you of the narcissist and throw them away. This act symbolizes that every part of them is gone from your space, allowing you to move forward. The trauma you've experienced may necessitate support, whether from professionals or other resources. Simply discarding the abuser's belongings may not suffice, as you will still bear the emotional scars. It's essential to find healthy coping mechanisms to deal with your experiences. Keep a record of any instances of the narcissistic abuser contacting or stalking you. Document each occurrence, as this information may prove helpful if you need to pursue a no-contact order or take legal action. Such behavior is illegal and a violation of your rights, so it's crucial to report what has happened. Many individuals never reach out to authorities or healthcare providers during their abuse. If you're concerned about escalating situations, your physician can refer you to resources that can help. As you remove yourself from an abuser, remember to protect yourself from all angles. The abuser holds no power over you anymore. It's time for you to reclaim your strength and autonomy. Creating a recovery plan before diving into the healing process can be beneficial. It might help to know a few facts that not many people openly share about recovery. These insights bring clarity to the importance of having a recovery plan. Unlike recovering from substance abuse or other addictions, there isn't a set series of steps for recovery from narcissistic abuse. Each person's journey is unique, an understanding that can help you navigate your own healing process more effectively. There are no specific steps for recovering from an abusive relationship, as recovery isn't linear and cannot be achieved by following a sequential order. The lack of emphasis on structured recovery can lead people to believe they should be following certain guidelines or timelines. Healing from abuse can take years, and it's important to remember that you have all the time you need. There are helpful platforms out there, and it can be comforting when others post words of wisdom and personal experiences. However, it's better to seek out posts by professionals who have the knowledge, training, and experience in dealing with narcissistic abuse. Learning to trust yourself is essential for recovery. To begin the healing process, you need to find ways to rebuild your self-esteem and confidence, removing the negative thoughts that have taken root in your mind. You may never feel the closure you seek. For many, closure marks the final end of a situation or experience that allows them to let go. Closure can come about in various ways, depending on the individual trying to move on after a crushing relationship with a narcissist. You may simply want verification that everything that happened wasn't your fault. Victim remorse for what you went through won't come from a narcissist, which means closure will look different for you. Finding the strength and courage to remove yourself from that level of abuse is powerful. Not everyone is able to do it. Recognize that you ended a highly toxic relationship by your own actions and created a better version of yourself. That's something a narcissist can never take away from you. Surround yourself with people who support your recovery process. This includes working with your healthcare provider, who can guide you toward healing your body properly. It is crucial to have a therapist who has experience and understanding of narcissistic personalities and their impact on others. Unfortunately, there aren't many therapists who specialize in this area. If you struggle to find one, consider working with a therapist who specializes in cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or trauma therapy, as they can help you develop better responses to triggers. Creating an individual recovery plan is crucial, as each person's journey is unique and should reflect your specific circumstances. At this stage, you may have started to move beyond denial and accepted your experiences with a narcissistic personality. Prioritizing self-care is essential, as nurturing your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual health is vital after such a relationship. Putting yourself first can be challenging, but it's a necessary step in your recovery. Build a strong support network composed of professionals, family, and friends who will act as your allies during this time. Reconnect with different aspects of your whole self by focusing on your overall health. Be mindful of your triggers and emotional vulnerabilities, and maintain contact with supportive individuals to reinforce your sense of reality. Practice honesty and accountability by regularly checking in with yourself to ensure your thoughts, feelings, reactions, and behaviors are aligned with your recovery goals. When faced with challenges, address them effectively. If someone triggers memories of your toxic relationship, strengthen your commitment to your recovery and the progress you've made. Reassess what you need to protect yourself and learn to let go of feelings of hurt. Allow yourself to grieve the time spent with someone abusive. Acknowledging your losses is essential for healing. Accept those feelings and release them at your own pace. Frame everything positively. Remind yourself of the good you're doing and how you are no longer allowing negativity to impact your life. Establish fair boundaries and ensure they are respected. Reject any form of toxicity, as returning to dysfunction contradicts the essence of your recovery plan. Consider keeping 1 or 2 journals to track your progress and express your thoughts and feelings. Journaling can serve as a cleansing outlet for your concerns and emotions, helping you find adaptive ways to cope. In the next chapter, we will explore the importance of building a solid support network, the process of rebuilding yourself, and incorporating mental toughness into your ongoing healing journey. Chapter 7 will focus on strengthening your inner self. Remember, a narcissist doesn't just break your heart, they break your spirit, which is why healing takes time. It's natural to have questions during moments of weakness, such as, how am I supposed to rebuild the person I was before my narcissistic abuser when I don't remember that person anymore? This is a deeply real and heartbreaking question, but it signifies that you are on the road to healing. The person you were before the narcissist entered your life has always been there, they were simply pushed aside to accommodate the narcissist's needs. By asking questions like this, you're acknowledging that your own needs are resurfacing, which means it is indeed possible to rebuild that person. You just need to establish a stronger foundation for your renewed self. This chapter will first cover the stages of healing from narcissistic abuse. It's important to allow yourself to go through these stages so that all feelings and experiences are acknowledged and addressed healthily. Any unresolved issues can undermine your recovery efforts, so we will discuss what you must do and avoid to solidify your healing path. The second focus will be on creating your support networks. There are 5 different types of support networks to develop based on your needs, each with distinct characteristics. These individuals may be those you reach out to during and after your decision to leave the relationship. Some may have been present before or during your experience, while others may have offered insights that helped you recognize the need for change. We will explore how to assemble these networks, what to include and exclude, and why their presence is vital for your healing and recovery. It's normal to experience different stages during the recovery process, and it's equally normal to move back and forth between stages as old feelings resurface. There are no strict rules regarding how you recover or how long the journey should take. The first stage is actively deciding to heal, which may stem from a specific event, a breaking point, or an epiphany that you deserve better. You were likely tired of feeling awful and recognized the need for change. At this stage, many people experience a sense of clarity, the light finally turns on, and they understand the importance of feeling better. This realization leads to the next stage, removing all toxicity from your life. This process involves not just eliminating the narcissist, but also discarding the negativity they instilled in you. It's essential to distance yourself from all negative influences that may hinder your recovery. You may have spent time gathering information about narcissism to understand their behaviors and how they made you absorb their negativity. This understanding isn't meant to foster empathy but rather to help you recognize how their actions affected you. Unfortunately, this negativity won't disappear overnight and may linger, making this step vital for your healing. Dealing with anxiety is another crucial aspect of recovery. When you escape from a narcissistic abuser, outsiders might think, the hardest part is over. However, this is not true. The initial challenge often lies in facing the void they left behind. Having someone who constantly undermined you, questioned your actions, and criticized you can make it difficult to adjust when you are left to focus solely on yourself. This shift can increase anxiety, making the support of groups and your personal network invaluable. Don't hesitate to seek professional guidance. This is not a time to manage everything alone. Allow yourself to experience every emotion during your recovery, including anger. It's natural to feel furious at the abuser for their actions, for not recognizing the situation sooner, or for not addressing it when you had the chance. You may also feel anger about how they affected your life while they seem to have moved on guilt-free. This stage of anger may ebb and flow as you navigate your healing journey, and that's perfectly okay. It signifies progress. Accepting the truth is essential for self-forgiveness, although this stage can be particularly challenging. You might struggle with feelings of guilt for staying with a toxic person. The narcissist often instills a sense of blame, making you feel responsible for everything that went wrong. They have done this so intensely that you may have internalized this undeserved accountability. Forgiving yourself involves rejecting that mindset by affirming, "It wasn't my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't know any better." Embracing this truth is a significant step toward healing, as it helps prevent self-blame, shame, or guilt from resurfacing and distracting you from your recovery. Self-forgiveness is a powerful act, especially when you also extend it to your situation and adhere to the no-contact rule. The boundary you established when you left must remain firm and unbroken. Do everything you can to resist their pleas to return. They haven't changed and haven't learned from losing you. Remember, you are not responsible for their well-being. The situation could become challenging, and the narcissist may attempt to portray you as the villain behind your back. However, by not retaliating or engaging in conflicts, you allow them to expose their true nature. Stay strong and committed to your healing journey. Entering a new relationship too soon can be detrimental for you and your new partner. It's essential to process everything you've endured to avoid attracting another narcissist. Take the necessary time to heal before re-entering the dating scene. Embrace your new life and work on letting go of the past. While this process may take time, it is crucial to forgive yourself and replenish your spirit with the strength, beauty, and light that have been missing. As you move through this new phase of your life, strive to find peace. Remember that support is available whenever you need it. This is a time to reach out and accept help from trusted individuals. Facing life's challenges alone can be overwhelming. The importance of a personal support network. Several factors contribute to successful recovery, with a strong support network being one of the most significant. Your network may include friends, fellow survivors, faith communities, family, and therapists. The quality of support is more important than the number of people involved. A supportive network positively impacts your mental health, helping you through tough moments and alleviating feelings of isolation or loneliness. Social connections have healing properties, especially when you engage with individuals who genuinely care about you. These networks can be categorized into 4 distinct types based on what they offer. 1. Appraisal support. This type provides reminders of your strengths and positive attributes. Friends and family can reinforce your self-worth and encourage you to recognize your value. 2. Emotional support. This support offers understanding, empathy, and compassion. Friends or therapists who listen and validate your feelings can help you feel less alone in your experience. 3. Informational support. This includes guidance and advice from those who have faced similar challenges or from professionals. They can share insights and strategies that aid in your healing process. 4. Instrumental support. This encompasses practical help, such as assistance with daily tasks, financial aid, or simply being present when you need someone to lean on. Having a well-rounded support network can significantly enhance your recovery journey, providing reassurance and encouragement as you navigate the complexities of healing from a toxic relationship. Remember, you are not alone in this process. Embracing support from those who genuinely care can make a profound difference in your path to recovery. Additionally, these connections can help you stay connected to your self-worth, self-esteem, and confidence, while the informational aspect of your network offers resources and guidance for managing stressful situations. Tangible support includes specific services, such as giving you a ride to an appointment, picking up items from the store, or providing monetary assistance when needed. These acts of kindness are offered unconditionally, without expectation of repayment. When you need help, these individuals are there to support you. Emotional support is perhaps the most essential component of your network. Those who provide this type of support often offer comfort without needing to say much. They are the ones who hug you and wipe away your tears, providing nurturing and understanding. Sometimes, the mere presence of those who care deeply can be incredibly comforting. It's important to recognize that certain individuals will consistently be there for you, regardless of what your narcissistic ex may try to do during the breakup. When one person lashes out and the other doesn't retaliate, it reflects more on the aggressor than the one being attacked. There will also be supporters who understand what you're going through, even if you haven't expressed it. These individuals will remain unaffected by the abuser's lies. However, it's beneficial to periodically reassess your support network. You may discover that some people you expected to support you aren't available, while others might be dealing with their challenges and unable to focus on your needs. Your experiences may require you to reach out to a different set of supporters than before. You might wonder how to do this, especially considering the lingering effects of being in an abusive relationship that can impair your trust in others. It may be reassuring to know that many people are also grappling with trauma and seeking safe ways to connect. While reaching out socially, it's essential to be cautious. We tend to attract people based on the energy we project. When looking for others who have experienced narcissistic abuse, two scenarios can occur. 1. You might draw people who are at the same stage in their healing journey. While this can offer mutual understanding, it may unintentionally keep you stuck in the same emotional state. When including fellow survivors in your network, aim to connect with those who have successfully navigated their healing and can serve as inspirational figures, demonstrating what is possible as you progress on your recovery path. 2. Alternatively, you could attract another narcissist. They often have a talent for identifying vulnerable individuals and may attempt to engage with you. This person might not be immediately recognizable, especially if you haven't fully recovered from your previous toxic relationship. However, you now have greater knowledge and awareness than before, so if you start feeling familiar red flags, trust your instincts and distance yourself. By carefully curating your support network and being mindful of the connections you make, you can foster a positive environment that supports your healing journey. With that in mind, here are a few safe ways to expand your social network. Get a pet. Having a furry companion can provide numerous benefits. Pets offer unconditional love and support, helping alleviate feelings of loneliness. They can also facilitate social interactions in pet-friendly environments, such as parks or pet-related events. If you visit places like dog parks, you'll have the opportunity to meet other pet owners and potentially form new friendships. Explore new hobbies. Consider picking up hobbies you set aside during your past relationship or trying something new that has always intrigued you. Look for small groups in your community to engage in activities like painting, sculpting, or sports. Not only will you keep your mind engaged in a healthy way, but you'll also meet people with similar interests. Connect online. Utilize social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or online groups created by community therapists. Modern technology makes connecting easier, especially on days when stepping outside feels challenging. However, exercise caution online, as there are many potential dangers in the digital world. Reconnect with your network. Reconnect with those already in your support network, as they are your most dependable allies. Reach out to them just to talk or hang out without focusing on trauma. Consider going for lunch or coffee, inviting them over to watch a show or movie, or taking a walk together. These moments are essential for maintaining relationships and reminding you that, beyond trauma, they are your friends and family who appreciate your company. Embrace a mentally tough mindset. Adopting a mentally tough mindset can help you stay focused as you navigate your recovery. Many successful individuals embrace this mindset, which is crucial for improving your mental health after experiencing a damaging relationship. Mental toughness is not about arrogance, it's about facing adversity and approaching challenges with resilience. You can cultivate this mental toughness, forming a part of your inner strength that empowers you to stick to your life plan and achieve your goals. When obstacles arise, see them as opportunities to overcome rather than insurmountable barriers. While mental toughness may not always be emphasized in the healing process, embracing it will strengthen your resolve and help you continue progressing through your recovery journey. Here are some common ways people practice mental toughness. 1. Set clear goals. Establish specific, achievable goals to give yourself direction and purpose. 2. Stay positive. Maintain a positive attitude, focusing on what you can control and the progress you've made. 3. Practice resilience. Learn to bounce back from setbacks and view challenges as opportunities for growth. 4. Develop coping strategies. Identify healthy coping mechanisms for stress and anxiety, such as mindfulness or physical activity. 5. Seek feedback. Be open to constructive criticism and use it to improve yourself. 6. Stay committed. Remain dedicated to your recovery plan and the goals you've set, even when faced with difficulties. By incorporating these practices into your life, you can foster mental toughness that will support your healing and personal growth as you move forward. 1. Setting realistic goals. Break your recovery journey into manageable steps and celebrate small achievements along the way. This can help maintain motivation and provide a sense of accomplishment. 2. Practicing self-compassion. Be kind to yourself and recognize that healing takes time. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment, allowing space for growth and understanding. 3. Staying positive. Focus on the positives in your life, no matter how small, and maintain an optimistic outlook. This shift in perspective can significantly impact your mental well-being. 4. Developing resilience. Learn to adapt to change and bounce back from setbacks. View challenges as opportunities for growth, enhancing your ability to cope with difficulties. 5. Seeking feedback. Be open to constructive criticism and use it as a tool for self-improvement. This can help you identify areas for growth and encourage personal development. 6. Maintaining perspective. Keep a broader view of life, understanding that setbacks are part of the journey rather than the end. This perspective fosters resilience and helps you navigate challenges. Incorporating these practices into your daily life can cultivate mental toughness, supporting your healing and helping you move forward. Mentally tough individuals focus on the positives and maintain perspective, holding on to their power after experiencing toxic relationships. They recognize that they cannot allow negative individuals to steal their strength and concentrate solely on what they can control. This focus is especially important for victims. Mentally tough individuals prioritize what is within their power, as worrying about uncontrollable factors leads to unnecessary stress and anxiety. Instead, they address what's in front of them and let the rest go. Solid boundaries. Maintaining solid boundaries is crucial. Mentally tough individuals refuse to allow others to cross their boundaries and are comfortable saying no. They are also willing to take safe risks. Just as you demonstrated courage by escaping from your abuser, allowing others in requires bravery. A mentally tough person understands that it's healthy to take logical, calculated risks to improve oneself. The past does not control the present or future. While the past exists, it shouldn't dictate your present. Let go of grudges and use past experiences as sources of strength rather than excuses for inaction. Mentally tough individuals view mistakes as lessons rather than failures. We all make mistakes, but instead of dwelling on them, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Individuality and success. Mentally tough individuals do not compare themselves to others. They recognize that everyone has different focuses and goals, meaning our definitions of success vary. You achieved significant success by deciding to remove yourself from your abuser, which is something to be proud of. Strength in solitude. You are strong enough to enjoy your own company. While being alone after leaving an abusive relationship can feel daunting, over time, you may come to appreciate solitude. It's during these moments that you can recharge, reflect, and engage in self-discovery. Perseverance. Mentally tough people exhibit perseverance and do not give up easily. They understand that complete healing takes time and practice patience and persistence, even when it feels challenging. Awareness of beliefs. They are aware of how their beliefs impact them. Understanding that inner dialogue can either help or hinder, mentally tough individuals recognize negative beliefs that may hold them back from achieving their goals. By addressing these beliefs, they empower themselves to move forward and pursue their aspirations. Staying true to values. Mentally tough individuals remain true to their values, which reflect their priorities. They may not always align with others' opinions, but they have the courage to stick to their beliefs. Your values should parallel your beliefs, and it's essential to uphold them consistently. Realistic optimism. Embracing a mindset of realistic optimism is crucial. A toxic relationship can lead to pessimism about life, but maintaining a balanced outlook is important. While you should avoid pessimistic voices, steer clear of becoming overly confident and setting yourself up for failure. By cultivating these qualities and practices, you can enhance your mental toughness, which will support your ongoing healing journey and empower you to embrace a brighter future. The discomfort of stepping out of your comfort zone can strengthen your self-discipline, reminding you that you can venture out despite your past experiences. Many traits of mentally tough individuals may already reside within you, even if you don't recognize them. By following your recovery plan, you'll notice your inner strength growing with each challenge you face. Chapter 7. Putting it all together. In this final chapter, we'll compile all the tips and strategies to guide you on the remainder of your healing journey. You should never feel guilty about removing toxic people from your life. If someone disregards your feelings, ignores your boundaries, and continues to treat you harmfully, it's necessary to let them go. So far, you've learned strategies to recognize your experience in a narcissistic abusive relationship, strengthened yourself to escape it, and developed a recovery plan. Now, we will tie everything together to ensure you stay on the right path. Preparing for healthy relationships. This chapter focuses on preparing you to move forward with healthy, respectful, and loving relationships. You're already halfway there by reconnecting with the inner self you may have forgotten while with your abuser. The key is to keep that self at the forefront, reminding you of the goodness within you that is worth fighting for, including breaking the cycle of narcissistic relationships. Living mindfully. Living a more mindful life is also essential. This perspective involves acknowledging the past without allowing it to seep into your present. It means visualizing your future but not getting so far ahead that you lose sight of the present. The goal is to live each day fully, recognizing that the past is just one part of who we are, while the future will guide us to where we need to be. Holistic approaches. We will also explore holistic approaches to strengthen your well-being. A holistic approach considers the body, mind, and spirit as interconnected components, aiming to empower you and prevent others from draining your energy again. Recognizing your control. One of the key takeaways from freeing yourself from a narcissistic relationship is that while there are two people in the relationship, the only one you have control over is yourself. It can be frustrating to realize that the traits that attracted a narcissist, being sensitive, caring, and empathic, are often the very qualities they lack. These traits can be exploited because you naturally love taking care of others. Being sensitive to others' needs is not inherently negative, but it becomes problematic when it comes at your own expense. Simply resolving not to let it happen again isn't enough. Your kindness and nurturing nature are valuable traits that shouldn't be diminished because of others' exploitation. Understanding your needs. To stop attracting toxic individuals who will exploit your beautiful qualities, it's essential to understand what you want and need from a relationship. This self-awareness will help you trust yourself enough to form close connections with those who respect your boundaries. Consider these questions. What are my needs? Am I prioritizing others because I didn't receive enough care for myself? What void am I trying to fill by putting others ahead of my needs? These questions may be challenging to answer, but if you find yourself consistently prioritizing others over your own needs, you may not be doing it for the right reasons. You should never give at your own expense. By reflecting on these questions and prioritizing your well-being, you'll be better equipped to foster healthy relationships in the future. Have you made your needs clear? Are you in touch with your own needs? You should feel comfortable expressing what you need and how you feel. If the other person in the relationship doesn't acknowledge your needs or appears indifferent, that's a red flag indicating you may be on another toxic path. Evaluating relationship dynamics. Are you helping the other person more than they are trying to help themselves? If you've made things too comfortable for them, it can lead to complacency. Relationships should involve mutual give and take. If someone is only taking, it might be time to reconsider their role in your life. Have you clarified your expectations? Clearly communicating your needs is essential, but it's equally important to convey your expectations. If the other person makes no effort to meet your needs after you've expressed them, they aren't fulfilling their part of the relationship. Everyone deserves their basic needs to be met, and if they're not, it may be time to reevaluate your investment. If your needs and feelings continue to be ignored despite your efforts, consider moving on. Don't waste time with someone who is only focused on their own wants. Adopting this mindset will help you recognize healthier relationships and attract people who truly appreciate your value. Stopping the cycle of toxic relationships. Now that you've defined your needs, let's explore additional factors to help you avoid entering another narcissistic relationship. 1. Did you have a narcissistic parent? Reflect on your upbringing and any learned behaviors. Recognizing narcissistic traits in caregivers or family members can shed light on your relationship patterns. 2. Are you highly sensitive to others' feelings? Empathy is a valuable trait, but narcissists often seek out sensitive partners to exploit their emotional generosity. Understand that your kindness may go unappreciated. 3. Do you have low self-esteem? Low self-esteem can make you a target for manipulation. Strengthening your self-worth can help repel toxic individuals. 4. Denying your needs. Ignoring your own needs can create a dangerous dynamic with a narcissist. They expect you to prioritize them, and by doing so, you risk becoming a partner who has no emotional needs. Questions to reflect on. To strengthen your resolve against toxic relationships, consider these questions. 1. Solidify your boundaries. Establish clear boundaries to protect yourself from mistreatment. Know what you won't accept and stick to it. 2. Build self-confidence. Confidence in your abilities and self-worth can deter narcissists looking for easy targets. 3. Identify your values. Be clear about your values and morals. Knowing what is important to you can help you avoid narcissistic individuals who lack empathy. 4. Be aware of red flags. Familiarize yourself with the common traits of narcissists. Being able to identify them early can help you avoid repeating past mistakes. By reflecting on these aspects and taking proactive steps, you can foster healthier, more fulfilling connections in your life. You've learned to distinguish between genuine intentions and manipulative flattery. You appreciate a gradual approach to relationships instead of rushed commitments. Recognizing red flags allows you to value relationships that take time to develop. Accountability and maturity. You understand the importance of accountability. While narcissists often deflect blame, mature individuals take responsibility for their actions and learn from their mistakes. It's crucial to appreciate hobbies and interests outside of relationships, as they contribute to your overall well-being. A supportive partner will respect and encourage your individual needs. Strength and resilience. Recognizing the challenges of being in a toxic relationship and the difficulties of rebuilding afterward is an important step in your journey. Your strength lies in transforming negativity into growth and resilience. Acknowledging a toxic relationship is not a sign of weakness, it reflects your courage to remove yourself from harmful dynamics. The narcissist may have fed off your strengths, your empathy, kindness, and caring nature, rather than your weaknesses. Celebrating each other. A supportive partner celebrates each other's accomplishments without guilt or jealousy. In contrast, narcissists may tolerate your success as long as it doesn't overshadow their own. They often punish you for stepping into the spotlight, creating an environment that stifles your achievements rather than celebrating them. Establishing boundaries. Understanding the importance of firm boundaries is crucial. Narcissists typically lack respect for boundaries and often disregard them entirely. It's essential to set clear, ironclad boundaries that protect your emotional well-being and prevent others from overstepping. Emotional vulnerability. Emotional vulnerability is a sign of strength, not weakness. While narcissists often view vulnerability as a flaw, it takes bravery to express your emotions and seek deeper connections. Being open about your feelings is a powerful way to foster genuine relationships. The reality of perfection. You've learned that it's impossible to make everyone happy, especially narcissists who demand perfection. They will never be fully satisfied, regardless of your efforts. Acknowledging that human beings are inherently flawed can help you embrace your unique traits and understand that happiness should be a shared goal in any relationship. moving forward. As you continue on your healing journey, take pride in who you are and the progress you've made. Your strength is evident, and you have cultivated a life filled with new purpose. Embrace the strategies and insights you've gained to maintain your well-being and build healthier relationships moving forward. About the book. In a world where relationships are increasingly complex, the Relationship series offers a refreshing and inspiring approach to building a strong and lasting marriage. From preparing for marriage to navigating its challenges, this series offers valuable lessons on communication, intimacy, conflict resolution, and more. Whether you're single, engaged, or already married, the Relationship series is your roadmap to creating a strong, loving, and lasting partnership. The Relationship series is your ultimate resource for building a happy, healthy, and fulfilling marriage. With a focus on practical application and real-life examples, this series will empower you to develop a deeper understanding of yourself and your partner, build a strong foundation for a lifelong commitment, navigate conflicts and challenges with confidence and love, cultivate intimacy, trust, and communication in your relationship. Join the journey to a more loving, supportive, and blissful marriage. Start reading the Relationship series today.
About the author. Reverend Dr. Olufunke is a dynamic, multifaceted woman of God who is full of substance and virtue. She believes that every woman must die empty, and with this mindset she strives to explore and fulfill her God-given potential. With a mandate to restore people and bring hope to her generation, she has positively impacted many lives and continues to influence her generation with powerful, life-changing messages. Her focus is on relationships, marriage, the home, and womanhood as a whole. Her multifaceted ministry also aids men and women struggling with sexual addiction, helping them break free and step into their God-ordained destiny. Through her heaven-inspired teaching and preaching, her voice resonates with freedom to all who know what it means to be in chains. Dr. Olufunke is the founder of the Women College of Ministry, Men College of Ministry, and the School of Finishing Touches. Reverend Dr. Olufunke is a life coach who reaches out daily to be a blessing to people's lives through her on-air radio program, Moment to Ponder. Her weekly, on-air live radio program, She Matters, Straight Talk with Olufunke, on Blast FM is always a delight to many, as she dishes out wisdom nuggets on how to manage relationships, home, marriage, and life in general. Reverend Dr. Olufunke is the founder of Mending Lives Foundation, a non-governmental organization targeted at assisting the less privileged and, most importantly, the emotionally damaged individuals in society. She is also a certified family therapist and professional counselor. Reverend Dr. Mrs. Olufunke is a prolific writer and a distinguished author who has published over 100 books that have been of immense blessing to her generation. A mother and grandmother, she is a solid teacher of the Word and a highly sought-after conference speaker with deep insight into God's Word. Reverend Olufunke carries prophetic grace and anointing to bring change to the lives of anyone under the sound of her voice.